right, our title is on the board. It says, what is the value of S on this number line? So you're going to need to write that question, and then you're going to need to draw this number line. Labeling it exactly how I've got it, please. What is the value of S on this number line? All right, what does that mean? If I'm saying what is the value of S, what am I asking? Good time for you to put your hand. What am I asking? Where's your number line I gotta ask? What is that question asking? Jalen, what is that question asking?
It's asking you to find the value of S.
Yeah, what does that mean though? What does that mean?
Find the fraction. Fraction with where S is.
Yes. What number would go where S is? What is the numerical value of S? Numerical. Well, let's think about what words we hear inside numerical. Sounds very similar to number.
Or numerator.
So like a number. What number is S? S is a spot saver.
Oh yeah.
Remember we talked about spot savers? S is just a spot saver. A number does go there. We got to figure out what number it is. Rylan, what?
So we want to figure out to put it in more spaces. We want to figure out the kind of what the whole is.
Okay. So Rylan is noticing, hey, my number line goes from 0 to 1. Put your finger on 0, put your finger on 1. Put your finger on 0, put your finger on 1. There we go. Which means inside that hole, that's one whole number, we have how many spaces?
4.
It's not a trick question. Look.
4.
4, John. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that tells me I'm counting by what? I'm counting by what? Macklin? I'm counting by fourths. So let's start at 0 and count by fourths. Ready? 2 what? 2
Oh, that's what goes into place.
fourths.
That's what goes into place there.
Yes. If you would like to label 1/4, live your best life. This is really cool until these are your answer choices. Oh, there is no 2/4 on there. Does that mean 2/4 is wrong? No. But this is the kind of question you're going to see on the EOG. No, it's not a trick question. I don't need all that. You can figure it out. 2/4 is not on there. But you know S is 2/4. So, what am I going to pick? I could go with A. It's got a 2 in it. That's kind of like 2/4. It's got a 2 in it. I can go with C or D. They're both fourths.
Wait, he has a 4.
B has a 4. Maybe that's it. Wait, how do I pick an answer choice? The correct answer is up here. Turn and talk to your group. See if you can convince them what you think we should take. Zach, join a group, please. Hush fell over the crowd. Get out your fraction pieces. Let's take a look at some things. We are 100% confident that S is at 2/4. So go ahead and get out 2/4. Put that at the top of your desk where your name is. We know for sure that the value of S is worth 2/4. That's not what I said to do. I did not say dump all your pieces out. I just said get out 2/4. You only need those two. So your desk should look like Tegan or Mackenzie or Zach. You are getting out 2 1/4 pieces because we know 100% that S is worth 2/4. Alright, I got out my 2/4 pieces. My first answer choice, which I might go with because it's got a 2 in it. That's cool. Kind of like what I know 2/4 is 2/6. Go ahead and get out 2/6. Get out your 2 1/6 pieces. I'm going to line them up and try to compare them and see if they're worth the same amount. What'd you find out with your 2 1/6 pieces? What'd you find out? Bryson, can you look at how I line them up so that you can do that too, please? Kayla, what'd you find out?
That 2/4 and 2/6 are not equivalent.
They're not equivalent. That means they do not have the same worth. They don't have the same value. You remember that time you read that poem about that kid who kept saying, I'm going to trade my 2/4 for my 3 dimes?
Smart?
Yeah, I think it was called Smart. Yeah.
It's called John.
Would that be a smart trade? Trading
No.
2/4 for 2/6?
No.
Would that be a fair trade?
No.
No.
Well, if you're putting
Okay, well, let's look at 4/8. Go ahead and get out your 4 1/8 pieces and see what we're working with there. We're getting out our 4 1/8 pieces, John, because we're looking at 4/8. Again, I'm going to line them up because I'm trying to see, can I find something that might be the same value? Might be worth the same as 2/4? Huxley, what'd you find out when we got out our 4 1/8 pieces? Okay, so Huxley said 4 1/8 pieces is equivalent to 2 1/4 pieces. What does that mean? Huxley used some fancy words. She said 2/4 is equivalent to 4/8. What does that mean? What does that sentence mean? She's not wrong, but if you don't know what she's talking about, it's going to be hard to think about it. Zach, sit up. Heidi, what does that sentence mean?
It means that, even the 4/8 don't look the same as 2/4, they are worth the same.
Zach, did you hear that? Because that was genius. Are you sure? You can tell me what Heidi said? Go for it.
She said,
Oh, Heidi, say it one more time.
even though 4/8 don't look the same as 2/4, they are worth the same.
You got it, Zach? Go for it.
Even though 4/8 isn't the same. Wait, it doesn't look the same.
It is the same
Down.
value. It's worth the same. Colby?
It's saying that if you ate 2/4 of a pizza, it would be the same thing as eating 4/8.
Not the same thing. So it would be the same value, same worth. Sure. Go ahead and measure your 3/4 and your 1/4. Is 3/4 going to be equal to 2/4? Is 3/4 going to be equal to 2/4? Sorry.
No.
No. You don't even have to measure it. I mean, if you want to, you can. You can kind of borrow some pieces. Is 1/4 going to be equal to 2/4?
No.
No. What answer choice would I pick? Because once again, my answer, which was not wrong, Bryson, of 2/4, was not an answer choice. But it doesn't mean that the test is wrong. What should I pick? Mackenzie? Why?
Because 2/4 and 4/8 are equivalent to 7.
This question tricks third graders every single year. Every single year. And not because you guys don't know. Every single year you guys will figure it out and you're like, oh, it's 2/4. And then you look at those answer choices and you're like, what the what? Don't get tricked. Find something that maybe doesn't look the same, Zach, get out of your desk, but has that same value. Underneath your number line, I want you to write 2/4 equals is equal to, has the same value as, John, we're writing 4/8. Heidi.
I have a way to do that you don't need like number lines or anything.
Cool. Save it. John?
I'm still kind of confused about adding this.
All right, let's try another one. What is the value of R on this number line? You don't need to write the question, but you do need to write a new number line. You do need to draw it with the correct number of tick marks. There is an R, there is a 0, there is a 1. I'm going to count all of them for you because I know it's kind of hard, especially when you're in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 lines on my number line. Bryson, why is there an R in the middle of my number line? Why is that there? Why is there an R in the middle of my number line? John, do you know why there's an R in the middle of my number line?
Because we're trying to figure out what it equals to.
Yeah.
But I actually know.
It is a spot saver.
I'm trying to answer.
Bryson, why is there an R in the middle of my number line?
So you can figure out what the number is on it.
It is a spot saver.
Can I answer?
No. It is a spot saver. We know a number goes there. We got to figure it out. Rylan already told us a good trick to start is to figure out how much is in our hole. Put your finger on 0. Put your finger on 1. So you should have 2 fingers on your page, one on 0, one on 1. We want to know how many pieces are between 0 and 1. That's one hole. Count your pieces. How many pieces are between 0 and 1? And I'll wait till I see every single hand because that is not tricky to do.
Hold the question.
How many pieces are between 0 and 1? Because that is not going to tell us how many pieces make up our whole. Jalen, how many pieces are we working with?
We are working with
Nope, we are not working with 8 pieces. How many pieces am I working with? Madison?
6.
I'm working with 6 pieces. Fix your number line. If I have 6 pieces, what am I counting by? If I have 6 pieces, what am I counting by? Kinsey? 6. 6. Count with me. Ready?
1, 6.
1, 6.
6.
What's the value of R?
6.
4, 6. What is confusing about that?
7 pieces.
I did not say 7 pieces. I said 7 lines earlier.
But
6
how
pieces.
is 6?
How is it 6 pieces? What fraction could I write at 1 whole? What would be the value of 1? What could I write at 1 whole, Colby?
6.
I could write 6, 6. I could just keep counting. It's a 6, 6. What fraction could I write at 0? What fraction could I write at 0? Zach?
0, 6.
0, 6. Those are my answer choices. The test is wrong! No, it's not. I love that Tegan said, you know what? I want to take out some pieces. I'm going to look at it. I would start with 4, 6. Get out your 4, 1, 6 pieces. Start there. You know that it's 4, 6. We just did that. We counted it. We know that 100%. Get out your 4, 1, 6 pieces. Put them at the top. And now we got to figure out, okay, well, I don't have 4, 6, but I know it's 4, 6. I got to figure out maybe something that doesn't look like 4, 6, but has the same value as 4, 6. For those of you who maybe already have an idea, there's one really bad answer. Kind of like an RTA. When we do our passages, there's one like embarrassingly bad answer. Does anyone know which one would be like the worst answer? 2. Which one would be the worst answer? If you're still figuring out which answer choice is correct, do that. But I know some of you kind of already got there. There's one really bad answer. Evelyn? What do we call that when there's a 2 in the denominator? 4 halves. Why is 4 halves the really bad answer? You're totally correct. That's exactly what I was thinking of. But why is that like a really bad answer? Keep going, Evelyn.
Because it's not the same
That's not why it's really bad. Think about what 4 halves might look like. Okay, then why is 4 halves so bad of an answer?
because
4 halves is a really bad answer, but why? Why is it so bad? Zach, why is 4 halves a really bad answer?
the denominator is 2 and the numerators.
Okay, that is why it's a wrong answer, but it's the worst one. Why? Think about what 4 halves looks like. Rylan, what are you thinking?
One reason is you can't even put it on there is because it would have to be from 0 all the way to 2.
Think about 1 half. You got 1 half in your brain? 2 halves,
That's 1 whole.
aka 1 whole. 3 halves,
1
1
half.
1/2. 4 halves,
2.
2 wholes. Does my number line even go to 2?
No. That's what I was going to say.
That is a terrible answer.
Oh, I don't remember.
That's a terrible answer. Raise your hand if you have found something that maybe doesn't look like 4/6, but has the same value. If your hand's not up, you should probably be looking in your pieces. I heard you the first time. Please don't do that. I'm asking you to find something that maybe doesn't look like 4/6, but has the same value, because you need to be getting out those fraction pieces. Bryson, what'd you find?
2/3.
2/3. Any me two signals on 2/3? Bryson, 2/3 only has 2 pieces, and this has 4 pieces. Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? Because when I pull out 4/6, I've got 4 pieces, and you're telling me that something with only 2 pieces is going to work?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it might not look the same, but it's still the same value.
Beautiful. Also, when I cut things in thirds, look how much bigger those pieces are. Right? Less friends, more cake. So 2/6 is equal to 1/3, which means 4/6 is equal to 2/3. Turn the page. Next blank page, please. I'm going to give you this number line. I need you to glue it on the next blank page, please. No, thank you. No, thank you. You can put your fraction pieces away for right now, please. All right, let's take a look. Gino has, how do I read that fraction? Someone read that fraction to me. What does that say? What does that fraction say? Mackenzie? He has 8/4. How many 1/4 pieces does he have? 8 of them. That's what that means. 8/4. He has 8/4 feet of licorice to share with his friends. Like a Twizzler. Yeah. He decides to give each friend 1/4 foot of licorice. That was nice. Draw the lines on Gino's licorice to show where he should cut each 1/4 foot. So take a look at our line. We've got 0 to 8/4. Yes? He's trying to cut it into 1/4 pieces. 1/4 foot of licorice. How is he going to do that? How would he do that? Colby, what you thinking? What is he going to do?
I'm gonna cut into 1/4, and I know something that is probably true that's not. Yeah, 8 friends are splitting it.
Oh, Colby says he's probably splitting it with 8 friends. How does Colby know that? Because that was not in our problem. I agree with Colby. He says he's probably sharing it with 8 friends. How do you know that he's probably sharing it with 8 friends? It doesn't say it. If your name's Gino, it doesn't automatically mean you got 8 friends. So how do you know he's going to share it with 8 friends? Macklin?
8/4, so,
Okay. Well, that might help us. Because how many pieces do we need to cut it into? 8. Because I need 8/4. Go ahead and try it on your own. And then we'll share out our inches in a second. Go ahead and see if you can cut up those pieces. And that's for every friend. Colby gave us a really good hint. He said, hey, I know I've got 1/4 chunks, pieces. And I know my total length is 8/4. So I probably need 8 pieces. Look at your number line. Is your number line cut up into 8 pieces? If it's not, we don't have enough for our friends. If you cut up your pieces and you've got 8 pieces on there, go ahead and label each piece. Some of you are doing that already. Go ahead and label each piece once you've got all 8 pieces on there. Now here's a tricky question. What am I counting by? Tricky. What size piece am I counting by? Kinsey, what do you think?
Fourths.
I'm counting by fourths. But I have 8 spaces. Why am I not counting by eighths? Why am I not counting by eighths? You made 8 spaces. Talk to your table group. Am I counting by fourths or eighths? Fourths or eighths? Say again?
Fourths.
Why?
Because the 8 is not a denominator and it was
What is he doing in the problem?
cutting it into
He's cutting it into what?
1/4.
Not 1/8 size pieces. He's cutting it into 1/4 size pieces. So that means, okay, here's friend 1. You get 1/4. Love that for you. Friend 2, 2/4. Oops, I need a fraction bar. Friend 3, 3/4. Friend 4, 4/4. So far, I've only given 4 friends licorice. Yes? Bryson, turn around. What is friend number 5 going to get? What fraction would that be? What fraction is that, Huxley? 5/4. Means this is 6/4. Pretend this is even. 7/4. 8/4. How many friends did he have? Don't do that. How many friends did he have? Kenzie, turn around. Carl?
8.
He had 8. How did you know he had 8?
Because it says Jill is 8/4 of licorice.
Doesn't tell me in the problem he has 8 friends. How did you know he had 8 friends?
Oh, he gives each friend 1/4.
Okay. That still doesn't tell me he has 8 friends. How did you know he had 8 friends? Jalen, how'd you know he had 8 friends?
I know that when it says get 8 licorice, he has to give every friend 1/4 a foot of licorice, so he would be giving it all away, and he has 8 times 8 or 7/4.
Yeah, he has 8 pieces. How many whole feet of licorice does he have? 8/4 is when it's all chopped up. But if I were to count his licorice in whole feet, whole numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what would that be? Tatum?
2 whole.
2 whole feet? Where's 1 whole foot? one whole foot? Madison? 4/4, aka one whole. Where's two holes? Ariana? 8/4 is two holes. Under or about this time.